What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Going to run through these two trades from today that we took both on NASDAQ. As you can see, we took a nice win on a short today for 1.92R, and then this long right here, I'm majority out of this trade. I still have a runner going right now with my stop loss at break even, but so we'll see if anything happens while I'm recording this video. But until then, got a last couple of micros running on this trade. So let's start from the top. I ended up taking these trades actually on TopStepX. If you guys didn't know, they're actually running a huge promo. It's literally 99% off for the first month for an eval of any size, and you get a free reset. So ran these on there today, and then I ran them on my TopStep funded as well. So if you guys are looking for an eval and you guys are okay with trading TopStepX, definitely check that out. I think the code is TopStepX, but double check on the website and everything to make sure. But obviously, starting on the daily time frame, we had a bit of a weird market today. So NQ had taken out the previous day high, but it failed to take out the all-time high, and ES was ripping above, or had already taken out all-time high. If we go on to the 4-hour, price was delivering off of this 4-hour bullish FEG, and we did have some sell side to the downside all the way down here. We did have these previous Wednesday New York lows and all this stuff down here, but my main bias was bullish, and the reasoning being was because we had hourly highs up here. We had relative equal highs with Asia and the all-time high, and then ES was just running up, and we were respecting an hourly bullish fair value gap. So for me personally, I wanted to see price push up. So we also had swept London low. We had swept Asia low. We're respecting a higher time frame FVG. I wanted to see a reversal and for price to come up, but we did have some news today which we needed to wait for. So we had Flash at 9:45, and then we had new home sales at 10, which I ended up trading within, which probably wasn't a good idea, but I ended up getting lucky on that. So anyway, let's start from the top. So we also had news today at 8:30. I think it was unemployment claims, and price wicked up. Pretty much, so where's the 8:30 wick? Let me find right here. So price ends up waking up at market open and taking out that news high right here, and then it ends up flooding to the downside. But before that, actually, I ended up catching a short. So basically what happened was price swept out the short-term high right here, and we started to get a shift to the downside. And now what I was thinking of was, did price want to dip a bit lower before it wanted to continue up? So I pulled my fib from here to here, and I figured that maybe we wanted to get a deeper retracement into the 4-hour gap, maybe come down, fill the entire 4-hour gap, tap equilibrium, and then continue up. And what else I noticed was at the base of the 4-hour gap, we had a 15-minute bullish FEG resting right here. And I was thinking this is the first presented gap on the manipulation leg up. So I figured maybe price was going to want to manipulate lower into that first presented fair value gap and then fill pretty much the entirety of that 4-hour FEG and then bounce from there. So basically, I was looking for confluence in order to sell. We did have, again, low resistance liquidity to the upside right here. But when I see something like this, and I understand when you've been in the market long enough and you see something like that, you pretty much have a pretty good idea of what price is going to do. So we end up taking out this short-term high, like I said, and then from there, I don't see any gaps to inverse on the 5-minute, but we go on to the 4-minute, and we actually run right through this 4-minute bullish FEG. If I put price back right here, we have this bullish fair value gap, and we run right through that. So for me, I'm looking for price to retest into here. I'm looking for price to take out the short-term sell side liquidity and then come in basically and fill in this first presented 15-minute bullish FEG right here, fill in the 4-hour gap, and then maybe we get a bounce from there, but we could easily take, a take profit from there. So on the 4-minute chart, again, we have nothing on the 5-minute, so we scaled to the 4-minute. That's the next highest time frame, right? So we go down to there. We go to the 3-minute, we see that we're respecting a 3-minute gap, we're respecting a 2-minute gap, and then my entry basically was off of this 1-minute fair value gap. We get this nice strong bearish close, and I entered off of this. The reason I gave so much room on the stop loss was because, again, this entry was at 9:58, 9:59. We had new home sales at 10, which can be high impact even though it's orange folder. So I did decide to give my stop loss a little bit of extra room above this 1-minute FEG. Entry was right here, and I just targeted literally straight down to the start of that 15-minute bullish FEG right off this wick at 23.304 or something like that. So did that line up? Well, yeah, it was right around here, but yeah. Anyway, you get the point. So yeah, we end up heading one take profit down to there. We get a little bit of a scare right here after, but then price puts in this equal low, comes down, runs through that one, and we end up catching just about 1.9R, give or take. So again, we want to see price come down, maybe dig deeper, hit equilibrium on the 4-hour, come into that 15-minute first presented fair value gap on the leg. We get that 4-minute inverse fair value gap retest. We enter off the 1-minute FVG in the bearish close, and we just target straight down to that FVG, and we hit about just under 2R, so 1.9R. Then from there, we see, okay, price is still respecting within this 4-hour bullish FVG. Price is also still respecting it's failed to close below that 1-hour bullish FVG. We're now delivering out of a 15-minute FVG. ES is holding strong at the same time. So if let's put this back here and I'll show you guys what I mean. At this exact same time, ES is showing strength, and it's still continuing to respect a 5-minute bullish fair value gap. So as you can see, it failed to inverse this one, and then it's holding it, and it just inversed another 5-minute gap. So for me, bias is looking, pretty bullish in the short term. So from here, we decide to, flip our bias and kind of look long and at least take out some of this buy side up here. So again, we scale down, and I see this 4-minute bearish FEG right here. But for me, I wanted to get an early entry in this just because I did have a lot of confluence in this trade. So I end up entering my first entry off of this big 1-minute bullish close right here, which inversed this 1-minute bearish FEG. And then I continue to wait basically for this 4-minute gap to get inversed. So right here, we end up getting this 4-minute inverse. Then we come down and we retest it. And I entered off of, I think it was this candle right here. I just didn't get the greatest fill. It was something like this. I'm pretty sure it was this one. We end up entering there. I run my stops lower below this wick because if you watched the trade recap yesterday when I ran my stop loss below the FEG, we ended up getting wicked out and then price went in our favor. So I decided to, take that lesson from yesterday and run the stops a bit lower. So kept my stop loss below the 1-minute low down here at 23,300 or so. And basically for take profits, I just wanted to see price at least run up and take out this AM high, and then I wanted to see price run up and take out the all-time high, which is relatively equal with that Asia high. But I ended up closing about 75% of this trade right around, I think it was, let me go back. It was somewhere around here in this consolidation. I just closed out about 15 minutes ago or so. And the reason why is because if we look at ES is so much further ahead in terms of all-time high. It's put in a new all-time high. It's ripping to the upside. At any moment, this could just be an SMT for price to go lower. So I wanted to lock in some profits on this trade. I do have a continued runner up to the all-time high, but I'm majority out of this trade because, again, ES is moving so aggressively to the upside. NQ is just starting to consolidate, and I don't really know if it's going to go up there, but it could just pull another retracement, take out all this sell side, and then continue to pump in the PM session. So again, I have a runner up here, so we'll see what happens, but locked in majority of the trade somewhere around here, around this 382 mark. I ended up taking majority, but this whole trade will be 2R, secured somewhere in at about a little over 1R just because of that wide stop loss. But yeah, win is a win. So again, wins on the shorts. Small win so far on the longs, and then we'll see if it ends up playing out. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, give me a like, subscribe, comment on the video, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description if you guys will support the channel. I'm working on a Discord soon, free Discord, so we can talk in there, chat. I can give my commentary in there and stuff like that. That'll be out hopefully soon. I'm working on that behind the scenes, but that's going to wrap it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till the next one, I'll see you guys then. Peace.